Welcome to an Ananda yoga routine. My name is Melody. Thank you for joining me. Let's bring the palms into prayer position, closing the eyes. Take a moment to ask for guidance on your practice today. Then opening the eyes, let's begin in tabletop position for a version of cat-cow that you might not be familiar with. Start by tilting the pelvis forward, drawing a backward bend up your spine to your neck, and keep your head lifted as you tuck the pelvis and round the spine from the base upward. Inhale, lift the tailbone as you move the curve up your back. Exhale, tuck the tailbone first to round the spine. Continue at your own pace, initiating each movement with the pelvis, bringing a smooth movement from the base of your spine to the top. The spine is the core of our yoga practice. All of our movements originate from the center. As you move, feel that you're not only warming up your spine and back muscles, but the awareness of your spine. Let's do one more round and then come back to neutral. From here, curl your toes under and walk your hands in toward your feet, pausing in a forward fold for a few breaths. Place your hands wherever they reach naturally, and if it's more comfortable to bend your knees, please do. Simply allow your torso to lengthen over your legs as you release the crown of your head. And then let's bend our knees, slowly roll up through the spine, allowing your head to come up last. Your spine should feel open and limber. Next, come into a wide stance, pointing your toes forward. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips, bringing hands to thighs. Pause with a straight spine. And let's imprint on the mind this feeling of when the spine is neutral. Without losing a straight spine, bring your hands to the floor beneath your chest for a spinal twist. Let's inhale, sweep the left arm out to the side and up overhead. And then check your alignment. If your spine is rounded, you might bend your knees or place your hand onto a block. Let's keep the neck in line with the rest of the spine as well. Lengthening up through the legs and reaching the crown of the head away from the sit bones. One more deep inhalation, and then lower your hand to the floor. Inhale, reach the right arm out and up overhead, drawing the entire spine into a conscientious twist. Depend not only on your shoulders to twist, but on your torso, drawing the right shoulder blade back, left shoulder blade forward. Extend your arms away from each other as you lengthen in all directions. Reach up once more and then lower your hand to the floor. Let's relax the entire torso into a wide stance forward bend. Place your hands on your legs or on the floor for support. Relax your torso, allowing gravity to stretch your spine. Take a couple of smooth breaths. And then to exit, let's bend the knees, place hands onto thighs. Inhale, circle the arms up, connect the palms, and exhale down to heart center. Now that the spinal pathways are open, let's come into Warrior Pose 1, pivoting your feet to the left and bending the front knee, stacking it above the ankle, aligning thighs with toes. Inhale as you sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, relax the shoulders down. On your next inhalation, lift the chest forward and up into a dynamic backward bend without dropping your weight back. Allow your neck to match the curvature of the rest of your spine while gazing upward. Take a couple more breaths, feeling the strength of your legs and the openness in your upper body. And on your next breath, let's exit, reaching upward, facing forward, and relaxing the arms down. Pause in this wide stance, closing the eyes. Feel the life force coursing through your body. Then pivot your feet to the right, bending the right knee. Inhale, raise the arms overhead, lengthening the spine. Exhale as you soften your shoulders. Lift your chest strongly as though a string is pulling it forward and up. Tuck your pelvis as needed to protect your lower back. Let's feel the vigor, vitality, and active opening that this pose promotes. Aligning your efforts with a power that is greater than your own as you silently affirm, I attune my will to the source of all power. Inhale to exit gracefully, stepping back into standing mountain pose. Notice how you feel. Warm, alive, vibrant. Let's move into eagle pose. Shift your weight to the left leg and bend your knees, crossing right thigh over left thigh. Bring the left elbow to the midline. Right arm sweeps underneath as you connect your palms. If you're unable to keep your pelvis facing forward, place your right foot on the ground instead. Let's lengthen up through a straight spine and relax the shoulders down. Fix your gaze on a stationary point as you breathe easily and freely, silently affirming, at the center of life's storms, I stand serene. And inhale to exit, spreading the arms wide. Exhale, return to Tadasana. Pausing to integrate the effects of the pose, like a movement meditation. Now moving to the other side, shift your weight to the right leg as you wrap your left thigh around it. Bring your right forearm to the midline, sweep the left arm underneath. Focus on your spine to help you stay centered. For the yogi, this pose not only improves balance, but it increases one's physical and mental stability. Let's strengthen these effects by silently affirming, at the center of life's storms, I stand serene. And inhale, spread the arms. Exhale, pause, closing the eyes. Feel the subtle energy returning to your deep spine. Next, let's come down onto our knees for gate pose, stepping the left leg out to the side. Inhale, circle the right arm out and overhead. Exhale, fold sideways while hinging at the left hip joint. Gaze forward or rotate your head to the right. Let's keep a long spine as we press down to the left foot, actively lengthening up through the entire left side of the body. Being mindful not to lock the left knee. Sideways bends are vitalizing poses as they increase the flow of the breath and energy. Take one more deep breath. And then reach up through your arm. Exhale to pause, standing on your knees, or sit back onto the heels. Let's relax inwards and upwards. Opening the eyes, come back onto your knees. Let's step the right leg out to the side. Inhale, circle the left arm out. Exhale, bending sideways while releasing the right hip down. Relax your shoulders and think of lengthening up more than reaching to the side. We don't want to bend so far sideways that we inhibit our breathing, because that will also inhibit the energy flow. Feel that you're aligning yourself with an upward surge of prana as you silently affirm, Waves of joy surge upward in my spine. On your next inhalation, reach up to exit, and let's pause in firm pose or another comfortable seated position. Allow the awakened energy to rise to the point between the eyebrows. Now let's transition into child's pose to prepare for hare pose. Place your hands on your heels, bring your forehead close to your knees. Inhale as you lift your hips, straightening your arms, and resting very little weight on the crown of your head. Keep a firm grip on your heels as you draw your spine forward and stretch through the upper back. On a subtle energy level, this pose magnetizes the deep spine. To enhance this effect, let's mentally affirm, I am master of my energy. I am master of myself. Take one more deep breath before releasing into child's pose. Allow the back of your neck to open and shoulders to soften. Take some deep belly breaths. Next, let's energize the spine with Cobra pose. Come down onto your front side, placing hands underneath your shoulders. Let's enter this pose in 3 stages with 3 breaths. First, inhale, lift your head, lengthening the neck. Next inhalation, use your upper back to lift your chest. And finally, engage your lower back to lift your torso without removing the navel from the floor. Press your pelvis down as you lengthen back through your legs. In this version of Cobra, your arms are used for stability, not to push yourself up. We're engaging the back muscles and energizing the entire body. Let's silently affirm, I rise joyfully to meet each new opportunity. To exit, inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, release your torso and turn your head to one side. Take some deep breaths, feeling the spinal energies returning to the brain. Then turn your head the other way for a few breaths. Relax and feel. Now let's give the lower back a release by pushing back into extended child's pose. And we'll prepare for our final position, crane pose. If you're like me and have sensitive wrists, you might roll up the edge of your mat and place it under the heels of your palms. And from a squat, arms between legs, place your hands on the floor, shoulder width apart. Leaning forward, lift your pelvis high, bringing your shins against the backs of your upper arms. Then rise up onto the balls of your feet. As you slowly lean forward, your feet might leave the floor, or if you're new to this pose, just lift one foot at a time. Then let's slowly return back to a squat and relax in Shavasana. That's a fun pose to work with. When you have more time, you might try it again. For now, let's integrate all that we've done today by resting in Shavasana. Your head was just below your heart, spine inverted. That last pose was designed to bring energy to the brain, enhancing all mental functions and lifting our consciousness. Now let's let go of any sense of effort as you breathe easily and freely. This is a time to practice conscious relaxation. Imagine the energy that was just being sent out to your limbs, withdrawing itself back into the center of your body. The external world fades away, as you become more and more internalized. Rest in this stillness, in deep peace. Gently begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Slowly begin to rock your head side to side. You can wiggle your toes and fingers. Bend your knees and wrap your arms around them, rocking side to side on your back. And slowly roll over onto your right side, pausing there. Then press up into a comfortable seated position. Sitting up tall, close your eyes and lift your gaze to the seat of higher awareness. Feel your spine as an open channel for the life force to flow to the point between the eyebrows, uplifting your consciousness. Ananda Yoga is a practice that brings abundant, calm, and focused energy to the brain. May the rest of your day be guided from within. Namaste.